Now dear students, in this video we will try to learn another way of playing with the strings. In the previous video, as you already know, that we have studied that we can declare an array by a string by giving a data type of a character, and you can write any name of the string, and in this way you can specify the string. Let's say over here I am going to give the length of the string. Let's say I have given the 40. So this is one way to declare a string. In this we just write make an array and give it a data type of character. Handling of this type of string we have already studied in the previous video. Now we are going to work on the another way of declaring a string, and we are going to understand the second method of declaring the string. So that is you can write over here the string data type and then give it the name like my_str, and then you can initialize this. Let's say I am going to say this is my string, and at the end we will add a semicolon. So this is this method we have studied now, in which we have given the data type is the string. This is actually a string object. So an object is a construct that contains both data and functions. A string object can be created just like a variable and assigned a value or a string to that variable. So the string object contains functions which are also called methods in the object-oriented programming language, which operates on the string data contained in the string object. So over here we have declared my string as a string object. So let's remove this because we are going to study the second method of declaring the string. That is, we are going to this we have declared a string object. So the functions that will be performed on this object will be called the methods. The first thing we will do over here, let's try to understand it by printing on the serial monitor. We have the command for serial monitor is that serial monitor. First we have to begin this, initialize the serial monitor. Then in order to the first thing we will do over here, print on serial monitor. What we are going to print is that we are going to over here, let's give it that this is our first step we are doing. So give over here number 1, and then let's print our string, that is my_str. Let's save our project and let's run the simulation. So there is some error, so let's see what error is there. Actually unintentionally I have just removed another braces of the void setup. So let's save this, let's run the simulation, and when the simulation the result of the simulation is that this is my string, that is actually we have printed over here. So the first thing we have done, we have printed our my string on the serial monitor. So the second thing we want to do is let's say if we are want to convert all the letters this is my string to uppercase. So the second thing we are going to do is change my_str string to uppercase. For doing that, as we already know, we have declared myString as an object, so we will perform certain functions on this myString. So for that, first of all, we will write object name, that is myStr. Then we will give a dot, and the method or function that we want to perform on this string we will write over here, that is we will convert it to upper case, and then we will give a round brackets at the end and then a semicolon. So in this way, the myString dot to uppercase, the to uppercase function will convert the myString all the letters to the uppercase. So for verifying, let's add serial dot print line function, and let's print this myString on the serial monitor. So let's just save this and let's stop the simulation and let's run the simulation again. And once the simulation is complete, the result, this is this is myString, that is due to this function, and this is myString. You can see that this one is converted to all the letters to uppercase because of this method to uppercase that is applied on the object string object myStr. So let's stop the simulation, let's move on further. So the next thing is, let's say we want to change the content of the string. So for that we can say that we want to override the string, that is that currently we have this is myString is actually the content of the myStr object. Now we want this to be changed to something else. So for that we can easily do that. You can write myStr, then you can give it equal to sign, and then in that in that inverted commas you can write this is my new string. So after that, let's print this to serial monitor. So let's save this, let's run the simulation. Now you can see that we have changed the content of our myStr string object to a new string. So over here you will be able to understand, hopefully you have understood that once the string you have declared, you can even perform different methods on that string, and you can even change the content of the string. So the next thing you can do with this string is, if you want to change any word in the string, let's say the fourth thing we will do on this, we want to replace a word in the string. For that we will write our object name, myStr is our object name, then we will give a dot, then we have the function of replace, and then in the round brackets we will first specify which the word or the things that you want to change in the string. So I want to change this string word to a new word that I can say, let's say I want to change the string with the word Arduino sketch. So after that, after the replace method applied on the myString object, let's print to verify that the word string is replaced in the myString object or not. So let's stop the simulation, let's save our project, and let's run the simulation again. So over here you can see that firstly we have this is my new string, and after that this method, after replace method, the string word is changed with the word Arduino sketch. So in this way you can also change any word or a section of the string in the using this replace method. So the fifth thing we will do that, let's say if we want to get the length of the string. For that we can first of all write over here serial.println. In this we can say length of my str string is equal to, and if we write only print, then the next print will be on the same line. Otherwise if we write print line, then the next printing will be on the next line. So over here we can also do that serial.println. In this function over here like this, let's remove this. In this function we can also call an object and perform a method on the object. For that the object is myStr, small s myStr, and the thing we want to check is actually the length. So myStr dot length, similarly round brackets over here. Let's stop the simulation, let's save this. Now over here what is happening, that we are actually going to check the length of our string, that is myStr, and the method we are going to use on the object myStr is the length method. So in this serial.print function we can also call another function that will return the value of the length of the string. We have already studied in the function section about the return, that a function return we have specified a certain data type of the function, and in the function we will write a return keyword that will actually return that specific variable. So over here let's run the simulation and let's check what is the length. So it says length of my string is 29. So actually the length it's giving is actually of this string, not the above strings, because each time the variable the string object is updated with a new string, the previous value, the string object do not hold the previous value. What I'm trying to make you understand is that if my string is declared this is my string, after performing to uppercase, then my string will have the value of all the words the uppercase, like this one. So after we perform another function, the replace function that we have performed over here, the replace method, after the replacing of the word, then my string will have the updated value, that is this is my new string. After that, if you want to change the my string, after replace we will have this value, this is my new Arduino sketch in the my string object. So when we are going to perform any next method on this my_str object, then this string, the myStr will have this value in its memory location, and all the functions will be performed on this value. So hopefully you have understood that how we can declare a string object with the keyword string and perform different functions on this string object. These string objects are also very useful, and they are much easier as compared to the previous method we have studied in the previous video, where we declare a character array. These objects has built-in functions that can perform number of operations on string. So you can Google many other functions that you can perform on the string. So this is just for understanding that there are string functions that you can declare a string, simply write a value in that string, and you can perform different functions. But the main disadvantages of using the string object is that it uses a lot of memory and can quickly use up the Arduino's RAM memory, which may cause Arduino to hang, crash, or behave unexpectedly. And if a sketch on the Arduino is small and limits the use of object, then there should be no problem. So while using this type of string object and performing different functions, you must keep in mind that it covers a huge amount of the memory that sometimes may hang the microcontroller. So today we have studied about the strings and how they behave in the memory.